Hello and welcome. Right, I've got everything ready already. Got that in, yeah, got that all touched. Now that fits perfectly. Not everything fits underneath the pass-through weight, but that does fit through it really well. Right, so I think it was the top of the map, wasn't it? Which we had no choice because it is the only one available. So it was that or was it the top of the? Oh, it's not. It's to the left of us. We're going to go right through the town then. Interesting. Yeah. So we're going to rush across. I'm going to immediately go to a time lapse, but I did think I'd chat to you first. Yes. So I've seen some sites. Obviously, I came back from the contract where we finished yesterday, and so we're going through the little tiny roads through the town, little tiny single, the beautiful lake at the bottom that we passed from coming back from that contract was gorgeous. At one time, I thought I'm not gonna. Yeah, I thought I'm gonna get to. Right, let's have a look. Now we could sort of follow the road, sort of. Yeah, came down that path there to the very. Oh, yeah, that one there. So, oh, in the right way or the wrong way? Seems to be heading a bit closer to. Yeah. So I'm glad we got actually coming through there. This is beautiful. It is gorgeous. Yeah. And yet you can also see the country is, wow, yeah, not terribly rich. And yet I've got to be honest, it's beautiful too. Right, how do we get there? Because it looks to me like there's a bit of a, there is a bit, the main road is, okay, so there's, oh, no, actually, if we go straight ahead, being careful not to get run over. This little road, there's a break in the water by the look of it. So we could sneak. I like finding the sneaky paths. Yeah, I'm not looking for apples, even if we see them. Yeah, just if we bump into one, we'll grab one. If not, I don't want it to get silly. This is what I was thinking. Yeah, now there is a way here where there's no. Well, it looks like there's no water. So yeah, there's not many people who come this way. Which is why I like to. Oh, is it one of those riverbeddy jobbies again? Possibly. Possibly. Oh, no, it's just no. This time it really is. Right, I am going to, with no further ado, I am going to say my words. We've got a lot of work to do. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. And there we were done. It does not like, it doesn't understand. Yeah, it's a bit, when you've got two things, it's going to drop. Yeah, it's still, it works. It's a bit messy if you use that, because you can't let go of that. So really, it's for me, now I know that, to actually think of, yeah, we earned quite a lot of cash off the bales with that as well. I didn't expect to have quite that much from that, but I'm not complaining. Yeah, other than, yeah, there's two liming contracts that have been there all the time. There's ploughing ones, but I don't think with this little thing we're going to do that, or cultivating. There are the fertilising jobs, but that would be for another session. Yeah, I knew that the baling job would be. That's quite a respectable amount of money, though. Enough to buy fields, but we need equipment first. No point in having a field if you can't actually do anything with it. So yeah, I thought that ton weight at the back would do it proud. Only just for lifting 2 bales at a time, but that's all we need to do. And that trailer, as tiny as it is, it managed all of the bales. Yeah, so we've managed 10 bales. I think we could have managed 10 actually on it, of some of the 12 with us. When you consider how many Schmetterling journeys that would have been, that is a gold mine, really. So yeah, we'll do that again, definitely. Just think I'd have to try to be careful. I think what I should have done now, in hindsight, is use the Valtra for tugging that around and just use that then for doing the baling sort of thing. Now, I didn't. Oh, I've not bought the... Well, I think it's about time we treated ourselves to one then. We need to have a tank fitted on the back of the tractor. And we're going to have a hose pipe fitted. Which we are, yeah. Or it's a super soaker, one or the other. Yes. That's, yeah, that depends on how you think about it, really. A super soaker with a thing at the back of our tractor. Being as we are a wandering itinerary, although no, we have got a base of operations, I suppose, thinking about it. But that's where we're going to leave it. That is another session done. It is. Yeah, I've gone back to what I originally said. I'm going to do 6 sessions of the 2 Let's Plays, and then I am going to let you guys and gals choose which one remains and which one goes. Really? So yeah, and I'm not bothered either way. I'm enjoying both, so I don't care which one you say. Right, no, we don't want to see that one. Oh no, we want to see that one. So yeah, we shall leave it at that. I've been to quite a few places on the map now, but not looked too closely. I wasn't really hunting for apples that time. I was really trying to just show you, yeah, places of beauty, really. But that is another session over. Yeah, all that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you stick with me on this beautiful map. I've got to say, this is, in my opinion, one of the most beautiful maps Giants has ever done. It is glorious, the detail on it, and whether it's a poorer country or not, even inside the buildings, look at that. That's like Oxygen David doing the detail in the actual building. That's amazing. It really is. Blows your mind. It is. It's fantastic. So credit where credit's due. It really is beautiful. Even machinery and all sorts in there. So I'm absolutely amazed. But yeah, all I'm going to say now is goodbye for now. I've just been deliberating. I've just looked. It's the one good thing about this is you do get the stuff that stays. I'm wondering, do we do that? It's 40 odd grand. It's the biggest one of Holzer's. It's the new one. It really would do. I think we'll just buy as is, and we will grab it later on. I think we'll leave that at the shop. We are going into farming. I know it's a big chunk out of our money, but you're gonna get a deal like that. I think we'll make the yeah, I'm going to do it before I actually change my mind. So yes, there we go. It's literally halved our money. I really did want to invest in the actual tractor, but it's a 10 grand thing. Obviously, it gives us a little bit. I think it's 21 miles an hour instead of 17, but it makes it up to 80 odd horsepower instead of 60 odd. So it's quite a good serious jump. Doesn't do anything super. It's still a light tractor, still a small tractor. It gives it that little tiny bit more, but yeah, it's really mainly for chugging along the map for you, so it's a little bit faster. But yeah, I keep wondering, well, do we or do we like crack on with what? So we've got a harvester now, but we still need things like plows. Yeah, I know. I've started again, haven't I? Yeah, I'm thinking. Obviously, we're little and tiny. I'm just trying to think. For once, I might have to go to yeah, really small, but hopefully not that small. Yeah, see, 85, 160. They're really 100 horsepower. Yeah, but we can't. It's not for us that. No, these are way too big. Way too big. Now then, so the only other thing is in subsoilers. That's it. Of course, I'm not a massive fan of subsoilers now. So that's a 1.2 for 10 horsepower. Hmm. That we could pretty much just about do. Yeah, these are well out of our. Yeah, yeah. We're really tiny. It'd have to be a small one, wouldn't it? Hang on a minute. No, they're cultivators. Although that is a point. Yeah, we could use the cultivators. Thinking about it, there's a cracking set of cultivators that are really basic, like chains that you drag around. We could still use the mod to create fields. And if we did take a bit of a hit for a little bit, then we would have to take a little bit of a hit for a little bit of time. You know, on the ploughing thing, if it needed ploughing, we'd have to wait till we've got another tractor. But yeah, that's, at some point we will have two tractors. Now they're modded, so they're at the end. Yeah, I do love these. But obviously, yeah, they're the bigger tractors without a shadow of a doubt. So is that. There's some little tiny mesh ones. These are ones I like by Blendart, Colt, Shosnik. Yeah, these are fantastic as well. That's too big. No, that isn't. That one we could just about get away with. That's my favourite. I like that one. But we can't do that one. Yeah, they're not the ones I'm on about though. These are the ones I'm on about. 31 horsepower. Yeah, that would do. And we can buy those at any time. So 5 meter cultivator. Use those on quite a few Let's Plays with little tractors because that's what they're made for. And it's a shallow cultivator. So with the field grater mod, we can actually at least cut out a field if we need to, but we could still cultivate and then get a little seeder. So we're not that far, yeah, really beyond the ability to start. We've already got the our fertilizer stroke limer. So yeah, obviously we'd have to lease a thing. So we're not that far off being able to actually do a bit of proper farming, even though we've not got everything. Admittedly, the field prices just show you very briefly before I scoot again. The field prices are brilliant. Obviously, right where our little house is. I'm trying to think. Or the 36 is a little. We might buy some and sell them later on because it's really about. Yeah, we could afford one like down there now. That one's 13. What's the point? Oh wow, that's 12. Now, that's not that far away. That's 13. Wow, we could actually afford the original field, which is a good one. 50-50 cut. Now, I think that one's bad, if I remember rightly, yeah. So 46 is a bit of a cracker. We could actually afford it now. Not that we're going to do it sillily like that, but these ones aren't bad ones. I'm thinking because they're not. You could almost buy the two for that, but I would imagine it's yeah, they're not so. Little my life, all silty clay, all silty clay. So these are little bits, although the two together are 0.5 and 0.5. It's one. Would you do that? I think I'd sooner spend 20 grand and get one cracking field with a good bonus than buy two poor fields with a really bad bonus. So do you know something? I think our first field is going to be 46, where we get a fantastic bonus, really. So that's going to be our first, and it's just across the road. So that is amazing. Oh, I was going to say, what is that building across there? How much is the actual original? I know it's going to be more than 38,848. do we? Yeah, but that's all silty clay too. But obviously, the one thing I am going to say for that, although it's true, there's as much land in. Ah, no, there isn't. Yeah, no, it's not that, is it? Because obviously it's not classing that as a field, so it's not giving you the hectares. It is obviously quite considerable, and for us, we could just rip it up and make it into one big field, and it would be a nice thing. But it is, yeah, obviously it's straight ahead of us. But I think that one's going to be the first one. It's got a beautiful bonus. So's that. Oh, now that is a nice one. It's got a lot of grass and a bit of trees that we could actually make into a fairly big field. And it is a fairly, for the map, it's quite a big price because it is actually, if you look at it, it says almost like 54. No, it's not quite that big, but yeah, yeah. No, I don't think that's including what the grass is as the hectares. Looking at that, because that's one, and that's 1.5. That's not including the grass. It's not. It's not a field yet. So that's a fantastic bonus. Do we go for that? No, we're not going to be able to afford that, are we, straight away? But we're not that far away from being able. We could buy a field right now, but obviously we still need to buy the cultivator, and then there's a bit of a seeder. No, that's for another session. Yeah, let's leave all the chitter chatter about all the. We're just showing us at least what our plans are, and that we're not that far away from buying our first field. We could buy that now, do a couple of contracts. So we've got those fertilizer contracts, we've got the fertilizer spreader. I think next session we'll be doing that, so we can start farming really quite quickly. But again, yeah, I've already said goodbye, so I'm just going to slink off into the sunset. Hopefully see you next session.